we're ready to go. The house has been cleaned up and staged and it's perfect, ready for people to start looking at it. Kind of want to go over the process of what to expect when people are going to look at your house. First of all, you'll be contacted by the showing company. You won't be contacted by another realtor or by me unless I'm called directly. And they will be asking you whether they can show the house. Now, depending on how we have it set up, it'll be appointment only, or usually we allow half hour's notice, or if it's vacant, then we let them just go on in. We'll discuss that all among ourselves. But don't refuse the showing unless it's an emergency. We only really get one chance, and basically here, let me explain what the deal is. As a buyer's agent, we're looking at multiple houses, and I've taken the time to put one after another, after another, after another, and I've scheduled a certain amount of time for each one. And if this guy in the middle says, oh, I don't want you to look at the house, I can't reschedule. So we have the real possibility that we will not get that person back in the house again because they will have found another house they like better during that time frame. So I mean, I get it if you need to refuse a showing, that's okay, but be aware that you're also possibly losing a sale. So let's discuss what happens. You've gotten your call. Now let's kind of go through the house. You're going to make sure the lights are on, make sure the blinds are up. If you want to have soft music going, not hard metal or anything, but soft music that you're creating an ambiance and making them all happy. If the floors need to be vacuumed, that's awesome. Go get them vacuumed. If it's a winter time and you have a nice fireplace that is a direct vent or easy to turn on, go ahead and have a fire going. We're trying to get the feeling. It's an emotion that sells a house, and we want them to feel really wonderful when they come into your house. If you have fresh flowers, bring them out. If you want to bake cookies and you're willing to give some to me, that's a good idea too, or some sort of fragrance, apple cinnamon, something, but not too much, just very light. These are all things that are suggestions. They're not mandatory. Now, before the showing, be sure to leave. It's a little uncomfortable. It's actually very uncomfortable for the buyers to have any kind of exchange with the sellers usually, because they now know it's your house and they feel like they're intruding. So get out before the showing happens. And if they're still there, and hopefully that means they love it so much they're spending a long time, don't go back into the house if the buyers are still looking at your house. Let's discuss pets. When we discuss safety, we said make sure they're kenneled and whatnot, but be aware that pets make some people nervous, so if you can take them with you, that's great. If you can kennel them, just don't let them loose. And if you have to have them in the backyard, do that, and we'll make arrangements for that. Now, it's getting closer to the time. You've got all this stuff cleaned and buffed and polished, pets put away. Make sure you have those disclosures out. And when you get down to the last couple of disclosures, let us know. As I've told you before, it is online, so they can download it. The real key to the disclosure is so we know if they're really interested or not, because often they'll take one only when they're interested in the house. It's just for us to kind of monitor. Same with flyers. Make sure you have enough flyers, and if you get low, then give me a call and I'll get some more out to you. The last and final thing is feedback. It is so exciting to know that you have a showing and you want to know immediately what they say. Well, some realtors aren't the best for giving feedback. They've shown too many, they're too busy, blah, blah, blah. But we will get you the feedback as soon as we have it. And feel free to ask me if I've received feedback. But usually once I receive it and read it over, I will just forward it straight on to you. And I may make a comment about it, I may not. So that's kind of how the feedback works. It's when the realtor gets around to doing it. So it may be as much as 3 days later before we hear anything, or often we don't hear anything at all. And I guess the assumption there is if we don't hear anything, they're probably not going to buy the house. It's going to be okay. We're going to have fun and just enjoy the process. Thank you so much.